Hey guys, I'm here with the Netrunner World Champion. I had to make sure that I said that right because it's kind of an unreal thing to say. Jens Erickson, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
You did a fantastic job. So, first thing, you come in the 30th seed.
30th seed. It was, I wasn't even sure that I was going to make top 32. Like, they posted the standings,
right.
There were 36 people out to 16 points, so it's like, oh no. Like, I could, 33rd here. I could make the bubble and
amazing.
Not even make it in, but...
And then you go all the way to the finals.
Yep.
And beat a fantastic player, Andrew Veen.
Yeah.
And so, tell us about this final match. Like, what's the name of the game here? How did you pull it out?
So, the first game, we rolled the dice, and he ends up choosing runner first, which I expect from anybody at this point.
Yeah.
Who wins the dice roll in a single elimination match, play the runner.
Yeah.
You get to control the pace, you get to see how it goes, and then react in game two. If you win 7-4, all of a sudden I need to score 5 points to win.
Yeah.
So I end up looking at, I believe my opening five, my first opening five was about 2 agendas, a biotic, and 2 more expensive pieces of ice. So I shipped it back for Eli, pop-up window, hedge fund, biotic, and like a Vitruvius, something close to that.
Yeah.
Ended up within the first turn drawing Vitruvius Efficiency Committee. I was just, there was a Sand in my opener too. Sorry. Drawing all these agendas, I'm like, oh no, it's happening. So my thought's like, okay, what do I need to do to get out of this game? Like, what do I want to get out of this game? And I saw that he, on his turn 1, had gone play out. I had hedge fund green level, install. And on my 2, I had seen that he had gone professional contacts, tick, Katie Jones. So he's flat broke. I don't think he has much in the way of being able to score, to destroy Sand and make runs.
Splash economy, right?
So on my next turn, I go ahead, put out the Sand. I'm like, okay, well, I can res this Sand and try to... if I have 8 points at hand, maybe it's not likely I'm able to win. But if I can power out Vitruvius, 4 points, okay, I can know the pace.
Yeah, solid.
So go ahead and do that. End up drawing into all 3 biotic labors, and now I have a game plan.
Wow. Yeah, so then after that, it's money and score.
Money and score. So there's a point I go down to, I believe just straight 0 to score the 3rd Vitruvius from hand, and he test runs out Fem on Eli, and runs. He's been basically this entire time I've had a pop-up window in R&D,
right?
And he's been running access 2 cards, access 2 cards, access 2 cards, and I can try and defend that, or I can try and it's the choice on what I spend my money on.
I mean, you have the game in your hand, right?
Right.
So you want to keep him on R&D.
I get 11. Yeah, I get to $11. I can biotic, place it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, score it.
Yeah.
So I figure, okay, I can do that if I can keep him focused on R&D, make him think there's nothing in my hand, that he's got this game on lock with an R&D lock. Then maybe he sees 2 points, maybe he sees 4 points, maybe he sees none. But this is my path to victory.
Right.
And I'm going to take it.
Right. So, looking back on it now, do you think that Andrew in that situation could have determined this guy's not protecting his R&D at all? I wonder if there's something else going on.
See, the thing was that I think that he had figured that. He had figured, okay, he's got a lot of agendas in hand, but I had already, at that point, I had scored off a Sand, scored off a Sand, and then keep letting him into R&D, and then I biotic labor out a Vitruvius, and after that he does Eli and run into my hand,
and then
and at that point he's like, I believe his thought was, okay, he scored 6 points from hand. I've seen every card he's drawn from this point. I don't think he has the 4th agenda,
right.
And I think that's a fair bet.
Card, right?
That's a fair bet to make. Because those odds are quite low. He was playing to his win, and it just so happened that I'm holding.
It just so happened it was there, yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic. And what about switching it up on your runner side?
Yeah, switching it up, the runner side, it's very different in single limb going in. So going into the runner game, I'm not playing to 7. I'm playing to 3.
Yeah.
So I've seen 2 different kind of styles on, especially when you have that low of a number. I've seen a lot of players in games where a player will make reach for accesses. They'll use Fairy to access 2 cards. They'll use they'll sack their board just to get more cards, just to get that. I try to play a lot more methodical, try to stay normal, and keep playing as I normally would, because I don't want to accidentally, oh no, I ran into a roto turret, I lose my board, and then like he can just, because he's NBN, if he scores an Astro Script, Astro Script, that could be the end of the game. So I just need to play very slowly, play methodically. I kept accessing R&D, kept tick contacts to look for some more economy pieces, run R&D. I finally find a dirty laundry, run archives with it, run R&D. The game ends there, but it's just keep the pace going. The runner kind of dictates the pace of play in a way. So.
Yeah, fantastic, man. All right, so you had a phenomenal performance, I think, in this top 32. Coming from 30th seed to win the whole thing is fantastic. You played a whole lot of Netrunner at World. So what do you feel like is the state of the game right now, the state of Netrunner? What would you say to anyone who's curious about where is Netrunner right now?
I feel that after opening moves, it is like pre-opening moves, it was a lot of, the runner has a very large advantage in this game. Opening moves, especially with Jackson Howard, and actually to a bit more of a lesser extent, Grim. Grim was quite changing as well in how you have to play against Corp. Like, the Corp is back on a bit of, like, it's not, I still don't believe it's even. I still believe that the runner has not a large advantage, but an advantage in the game. But it's certainly moved up the scale. There's still a couple issues with, a lot of decks pull very similar things. I see Data Suckers pulled into almost everything as a one influence, basically a Desperado. You see, a lot of these same cards throughout the decks, but I'm hoping that as more cards get added to the game, more plans become available, that changes. But there's a couple things in second thoughts. Honestly, I've kind of blanked second thoughts from my head.
Yeah, you have to.
I
think about it.
I picked it up last week. I opened it. I looked at the cards. I set it aside and blanked the cards. Because if I looked at it and started building decks with it, I would start thinking my opponent, oh no, does he have a swordsman? Well, he can't.
Right. So once we get second thoughts, we get some more data packs coming down the row. You feel like you start to see some of these data sucker, Desperado, Count Simon. These cards start to be less. But is the economy?
I think I'm going to go ahead and say I think Account Siphon is way too good.
Yeah.
And isn't going to go away. Right. Account Siphon. I played in the Plugged In Tour last week and made second place at that. I played a Chaos Theory deck that pulled 3 Account Siphons.
Nice.
And and like 3 Sample Things, 2 Levies. You play Account Siphon every other turn, and there is nothing the Corp can do about it. They pull up to 3, they pull up to 6, you steal their money. They pull back up, they pull in the hole, and you just keep rolling. I think a couple of these ubiquitous cards that you keep seeing will still be around. I'm just hoping that as more options open up, maybe we'll see less and less of them. But in faction, I don't think Account Siphon's going away anytime soon.
Which probably is okay, right? Yeah. It feels like a very stable criminal card. Right?
Absolutely, and for influence, it's it's harsh to pull in other things. Whereas like Data Sucker at 1.
Yeah. All right, Jen. So, what does the rest of your worlds look like? Are you going to celebrate? Are you going to hang out? Are you going to relax?
I think we're heading over to eat because we haven't had anything this morning. Afternoon to eat. I don't even know what time it is right now. I think it's 3.
Who knows?
I think it's 3. Kind of disappointed about not getting to play in Thrones, but because of the overlap, that's my other jam. But I think we're gonna go grab food, and we got a bit of a drive. Not a long drive. We live in state, so drive back home and just relax.
Nice.
Maybe.
Drink some beers. I don't know.
Something like that. I mean, they got the bar out there.
Yeah.
This place is pretty swank.
All right, sweet, man. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Jens Erickson, world champion of Netrunner. Fantastic showing. Great job again. And thank you guys for watching. That is, I don't know. Do we have more Netrunner coverage? Who knows? This is the end of Netrunner Worlds as far as I know. And just for everyone watching all these interviews and everything else, thank you so much. All of us here in the community and Team Kevin really appreciate you watching. So thank you again, and we will have more for you later on.